Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about SZA, who recently went viral on Twitter for putting an unknown name magazine on blast because they would not hire a black photographer.
SZA took to Twitter and tweeted, "I requested a black photographer for a cover and the mag told me no. It's 2021 and almost Juneteenth. Respectfully, I can't do it." Then a fan wrote, "Who is this magazine? Expose they A." And she responded, "That's not my vibe, but there's too many elite black creatives right now to not allow it."
Now, when we speak on this situation, let's keep in mind that I have been speaking out about this on my Instagram for a few months now, going on almost a year or so or more. I have been called a hater. I have been accused of calling Simone Biles masculine. Now, me being a creative, when I look at magazine covers, I'm looking at everything. I'm not looking at a woman's physique. That's not the only thing that I'm looking at. I'm looking at poses. I'm looking at hair, makeup, lighting, editing, all the works, fashion, especially when it is a fashion magazine. And this Vogue was a fashion magazine, and I felt like they failed Simone Biles. It wasn't Simone. It was not Simone. Simone was not the problem. It was the magazine's team, the creative team behind Vogue's cover. So when I called it out, I got accused because people like to make assumptions. They like to assume that I'm coming from a shallow place, which I don't understand why. Because when you go to Simone's Instagram, you see a girly girl with her man, a very feminine woman, right? But when you go to Vogue magazine, a fashion magazine, they decided to photograph her in a very masculine way. So let's go ahead and get right into today's video. I wanted to talk about Billie Eilish. She was recently on the cover of Vogue. Now we all know Billie to be a tomboy. She has this tomboy image that is pretty similar to Coi Ray. Now she was recently on the cover of Vogue and it seems like they went with a more feminine image. Now, the interesting thing to me about Billie versus Simone is Simone carries herself in a very girly, very feminine manner, but Billie does not. So it's just interesting to me how they could get it right with Billie, but drop the ball with Simone. And that's the issue that I have with these magazine covers. And I'm glad SZA decided to speak out about this, because it's something that I have been noticing going on a few years now, and it's just almost like ridiculous. You guys understand when it comes to YouTube videos, y'all know how I like my setup to be. I like it to be professional. I like my skin to look well, which took time, which took learning about lighting, about editing, about how to set my settings on my camera and everything like that. Even how I edit my videos on Final Cut Pro. There's a lot that goes into it. But if I'm able to figure out how my skin looks best under certain lighting, I feel like some of these magazine covers could do the same for black women, but they choose not to. To take it a step further, the fact that they choose not to learn and educate themselves on how to well light a black woman or a black man under professional lighting, or how to edit properly, or what colors to use for backdrops and backgrounds, or what type of editing style they should use when it comes to their editing. Okay, you don't want to do that. Fine. Why not hire a black photographer? Why not hire a black creative team? And this is something that I have been talking about on my Instagram now for years, and I've been getting so much backlash because black people collectively have low self-esteem and we feel like we need to accept crumbs. People feel like, black people collectively feel like we should just accept crumbs. We should just accept opportunities because, oh, it's a platform or it's a brand or it's a magazine like Vogue. If they're not gonna paint you in a positive light, if they're not gonna paint you in a light that's actually beneficial to you and your brand and who you are, if they're not gonna represent you and who you truly are at the core, why take that opportunity? So when it comes to SZA, I respect her choice to decline this magazine offer, and I'm pretty sure it was a pretty well-known magazine within the industry, and she turned it down. And I have a feeling it may have been Vogue, because for whatever reason, Vogue has a hard time. Vogue has a very hard time with getting us correct when it comes to their magazine covers, particularly brown-skinned women and dark-skinned women. I also want to give you guys an example of what a photographer's job is. When we speak on this topic, a photographer is supposed to coach you behind the camera. So they're going to coach you to pose a certain way. I had a photo shoot, and honestly, it was a great experience. It was the first professional photo shoot that I've ever had, and I had a great photographer because he was coaching from behind the camera. He knew what would look great and he knew what did not look so flattering. And that is just the reality. We all have bad angles. We all have those photos that have really poor lighting that don't really show us in the best light. But when we speak on a magazine like Vogue, you would think they would be that type of creative team that would get it right and get it right the first time and not have these type of photo shoots that they love to portray brown skin and dark skinned women under or in. And that's the issue that I have, because it's just like the reason why Black women are looked at as aggressive or are treated aggressively, which has a lot to do with protect Black women, this is why I'm making the video, is because when they do get the opportunity to be seen in the same light or platform of a white woman or a woman that is of lighter complexion, you guys like to emasculate them to the core. And that is what we're seeing with this whole Simone Biles Vogue situation. You will see the difference. You will see Simone and then you will see Billie, and you just like, whoa. Okay, so y'all know how to do it. Y'all know how to get it right, but y'all just choose not to. And to me, it comes across very intentional, not an accident. But I want to post this video of this professional photographer that basically tells you what photographers should be doing behind the camera. And when we speak on a magazine like Vogue that's well established, that has been around for quite some time, let's see what this photographer has to say and see what type of advice she gives when she's behind the camera photographing people, and she just so happened to use a Black model. So let's go ahead and get right into this video.
Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to give you a few easy prompts that you as a photographer can tell your subject or your model or whoever you're taking a photo of to make posing feel a little bit more natural and a little bit easier. So today I have Shanice as our model, and Lydia's done hair and makeup, and Dan is behind the camera filming today's behind the scenes. I'll leave everyone's Instagrams on the screen and down below, so please go check them out. I'm also shooting on the Sony a7 III with the Zeiss 35mm 1.4 lens. But yeah, we're gonna get started now. Okay, so this one's a mid-length shot. One of the first things that I like to prompt as a photographer to anyone that I'm shooting is to move the shoulders around to get a little bit of movement in your photos, and it also creates really nice shapes with a close-up portrait. So get you to move your shoulders around. If you wanted to kind of like roll them kind of back and forth. Yeah, that's nice. And just like a little bit slower as well. Beautiful. And I'll get you to keep one shoulder up, and if you kind of lean your head into it. Yeah, that's nice. And then if you could bring, maybe if you have your arms crossed as well. Maybe actually like, yeah.
With your hands in?
No, I like them out. I like your nails. They match the the overalls. Beautiful. I also find it helps to us to bring one shoulder to be closer towards the camera if you have too many photos with both shoulders directly facing your camera. So that's what we're doing right now. And then maybe you could kind of have your hands on your back. And then I'll get you to bring your shoulders facing towards the camera again, like both of them. Yeah. And I like the hand back there. Yeah.
Let's still keep it there.
That's perfect. And then I want to get just one more, if you could stand here, please. Get you to bring one shoulder up. If you wanted to do like a little lean forward. Even just like slightly, yeah. Yeah. When taking close-up portraits, another really easy prompt that's super simple that you can give your subject is to just tilt their head. So instead of having all the photos with your subject's head just kind of straight up, you can ask them to tilt it kind of to the side and give you a few different angles. And you could also pair this with the rotate your shoulders tip as well by getting your subject to bring up their shoulder and kind of lean their head into it. Yeah. And you can tilt the other way. These are so pretty. This spot is so nice. And your skin is like glowing in this light.
I want to also point out that the reason why it's important for these magazines to hire Black creatives is simply because of this. Now, the difference between these two photos are simply the fact that one has a white photographer and Viola Davis has a Black photographer, which makes a huge difference. But let's take it a step further. Viola Davis has a Black creative team and Simone Biles had mainly a white creative team, which makes a huge difference. So when we speak on this SZA situation, honestly, I'm very proud of the fact that she decided to come out and tweet about her dealings with the industry and some of these magazines that love to offer Black people opportunities, but then they don't want to hire Black creatives. They don't want to take it a step further and hire Black creatives. This kind of reminds me of Fashion Nova and some of these other Instagram boutique brands like Pretty Little Things. They love to take our creations from Instagram, but then not hire us. Why not hire us? Why steal? And this is what I don't understand. But then when we speak on this situation, you want us, you want our audience, you want our trends, you want us to grace the cover of your magazine, but you don't want to paint us in our true light. You don't want to paint us in a way that represents us truly at the core as Black people. And that's the issue that I have. And you know, when it comes down to it, I've also talked to some models within the industry. You guys know that I do have a best friend that's a model, and she has, you know, other model friends, and then I have model friends and Instagram friends and things like that. And so it's just really annoying when they go on set and they don't have someone to do their 4C hair or even 3C hair. Some of them only know how to work with straight hair. Some of them don't know how to do makeup. Some of them don't even know how to work a wig, sis. So it's just like, come on, hire us Black creatives. We're available. But see, y'all don't want to pay us. Y'all don't want to pay us, which means y'all don't respect us as creators, but you want to steal from us. And that's the issue that I have when we speak on this situation. Also, I want to point out this clip where Beyonce was going off because she was fed up. She was fed up. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Start it over.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's really got me stressed out. That don't look good. The angles and the lighting is not pretty as a whole.
I mean, that would be good if they had one of those where they just all beautiful.
Play it again. And I hate all that ugly blue light. I'm a Black girl. You can't put blue lights on Black girls. I can't trust them. they don't know what they're doing. Just give me a nice spotlight. I'm gonna work my coat. I don't care if a light is showing me or not. If I gotta run down all the way on that ring alarm, that's what I'm gonna do. Just have a nice spotlight following me the whole time.
So in conclusion, when it comes to this entire situation, I feel like more Black people need to come out and speak up about this type of stuff that's going on within the industry. I mean, if you know this is something that you're dealing with and you don't speak up and speak out about it, they're not gonna know to change this. We're living in times where now if you speak up and you speak out, change is coming, change is happening. So you don't have to get out here, march, protest, and be an activist warrior. All you have to do is open your mouth and let it be known, especially when you're on the level of SZA's status, okay, with a large following like that. Make it known, because that does a lot. You don't have to get out here, march and protest and be out here in the streets and put your life on the line and put your life in the middle of a crossfire. But to use your voice, you definitely have the ability, and you can do that in the comfort of your home, sis. So I would like to see more celebrities come out and speak about these issues, because we know, because we see it. Let's take a look at Megan Thee Stallion's photo shoot that she did with a magazine. I don't even remember the name, but it was a magazine that she did, and she graced the cover, and they had her look crazy. Okay, they had her, to me, the issue that I had was, it's another fashion magazine. Where's the fashion? It's another fashion magazine, and I understand they were trying to make her look natural, but there were just some unflattering poses and angles. It really was the posing, it was the angles, it was the type of editing that was done. Also, Megan Thee Stallion, when she reposted her photos from this magazine spread, she edited them herself before posting them to Instagram. So that should tell you something. Now, do I feel like Photoshop is needed? No, but I do feel like some type of editing is needed to really enhance your beauty. Lighting matters. Editing matters. You may have to warm up the photo. A lot of times when it comes to editing and lighting Black skin, you have to warm up the photo. If you don't, you will wash us out completely. We're not white, so we don't look good under fluorescent lighting. We kind of have to have more of a balance. Like right now, I'm using cool lighting. I have a big fluorescent light, but then I also have 2 warm lights on each side to really bring it all in and create balance within my videos. So I used to try to do the whole fluorescent lights, and it would make me look real pale, real washed out. And I'm like, how do I warm it up? And so that's when I started looking into how to edit in Final Cut Pro to warm up my skin, and then also my lighting. I had to switch up my lighting to really bring it all in and make it seem like, you know, you're warm and you're at home and you're getting this soul food vibe and not this unseasoned vibe, no flavor type of vibe in my videos. So I feel like if I could take the time to learn more about lighting and how to portray Black skin on video and in pictures, I just feel like they can too, but it's a matter of they don't want to. It's almost like they want to keep us in a certain light. They want to keep us in a certain stereotype. They don't want to show us in a positive light. So I hope more celebrities come out and they speak about this, instead of working with these magazines anyway and just going with the fact that, oh, this magazine gave me this opportunity. Like, think of the bigger picture. Think of the future. That's all that I have regarding this video. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you're new here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real Talk with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.